Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. In this week's episode, I'm going to talk to you about the one secret that people don't tell you in business. Let's go! Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. So in this week's episode, I'm going to tell you the one thing that people don't tell you in business. And for me, this is quite an important thing, and I've been thinking about it for some time now, and that is that business acquisition is a much better way to grow a business than organically. Now, don't get me wrong, at the minute Rogers McHugh is growing organically. However, in the long term, I don't necessarily think that will be the only way that we'll grow. And I've put together sort of 5 reasons why sort of business acquisition is a good ploy, is a good tactic in order to supercharge your business. And the first one is you've got cash flow from day one. So when you're starting a business, as I'm sure you all know, the business starts day one, you've got no money coming through the door. So the first thing you've got to do is quickly generate revenue, get some sales, get some invoices out, and get the cash in off the clients. If you buy a company that's already trading, the minute you take over that company, you've got cash flow coming into the business. So it might be a loss-making business, it might be a profitable business, but either way, the day you start that business, you've got cash coming into the business and you're not having to start from zero. Following on from that, the second reason, there's a customer base. Now, the customer base is great because you've got cash flow coming in, but it may also mean that you can leverage that customer base. You can sell your products to that customer base. So, as an example, let's take it out of recruitment for a second. If you are a bakery and you go and buy, so you sell to your bakery products, your bread and your croissants or whatever it is to cafes and things like that. If you were to then go and buy a pie business, then automatically you can sell the pies to your clients from the bakery business, and the bakery business can sell their clients to the clients that you've acquired in the pie business, keeping it very simple. Probably too simple, probably a little bit layman's, but you get the point. You can cross-sell both companies' products to the client base, providing that they fold into the existing empire. So providing that there's some synergies between what you currently do as a business, either the service or the product that you sell, and the company that you're going to acquire. For instance, running a recruitment business is great. I wouldn't necessarily go and buy a mechanics, because there's no cross-selling opportunities between client bases. There's no synergies. The people in my business presently couldn't then be parachuted into the mechanics business because they're not trained mechanics, they're recruiters. So it's got to fold into what you already do. The third thing is you can get into other markets. So using recruitment as an example, so we predominantly specialise in the recruitment within the construction industry. If all of a sudden I wanted to go and get into the healthcare sector, one way to do that would be to hire a healthcare recruiter, bring them into the business, and get them started effectively growing it organically. But that'll take time because we've got to get the brand out there, we've got to get the database populated with the right type of clients and candidates. It's a time-consuming process. However, and also we've got to attract that healthcare recruiter that wants to come into what would effectively be a startup division. What we could do is go and buy a healthcare recruitment business, and straight away we're then in the healthcare recruitment sector. And I may be able to use some of my management team, if needs be, to oversee the healthcare recruitment business, because recruitment, by and large, although there's some intricacies within different markets, recruitment is recruitment. So it enables you to get into other markets. And the fourth thing, and again following on from that, you can buy in expertise or knowledge. So if your business is weak in certain areas, you might not have a massively strong management structure, as an example. If you went and bought a business that already had a management structure, you could use that structure to then oversee some of your current business as well, so you can buy in expertise. And the fifth thing And probably the most important thing, and one of the reasons that I've been looking at it, you can grow significantly quicker. So as a business, we've grown, we've been trading now 4 years, and I'm pleased to say that every year our revenue has grown year on year, which is great. We're going in the right direction. However, this year's been a little bit of a plateau, so we're going to end up somewhere between 2.5% and 5% up on last year. If you put that into context, from year 1 to year 2, we grew by about 300%. So we grew a lot, we've plateaued, and the plan is that we'll grow by about 100% over the next 12 months and we'll kick on again. That's the budget that we've set ourselves. However, if we went and bought a business that was turning over or where the margin was the same as ours, straight away, we've achieved this year's budget in one acquisition. And then if the current employees and team can then get their growth that they need as well, then straight away now we're supercharging the growth of the business. That's going to provide opportunities to people within the business because you're going to need more management, you're going to need more people in the senior leadership team, more middle management, and we're all about giving opportunities to people within the business as well. So if you can give people opportunities, you can supercharge the growth of your business, and it can be done in a way where you're buying in businesses that complement what you're doing, then absolutely it's a game changer. So for me, like I say, it's something I've been looking into for quite some time, and it's something that I'm keen to explore further, because for me that is the one thing about business that people don't tell you, and that's the best way of doing it. If you look at the best entrepreneurs, Richard Branson buys businesses, James Caan of Dragon's Den fame buys businesses, and buys into businesses that are already successful. Warren Buffett buys businesses that are already trading. These people don't start businesses from scratch. It can be done, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Like I say, we've done it here, and you know, it's been the best journey you can go on. But once you've got it started, if you want to supercharge it, and I do think, like I say, there's nothing wrong with starting a business, but to then really grow it, and if that's your ambition, then buying businesses, acquiring businesses is absolutely the best way to do that. Even in recruitment, which is a very people-driven business, I still think there's a lot of mileage in it. I would never put anybody off growing organically if that's what you want to do. And again, if you want to start your own business and you want to keep it as a one-man band or a lifestyle business, again, absolutely that's your prerogative, and I would never talk anybody out of that. You need to know what your why is. You need to know why you're doing it. But for me, it's all about growing the business. It's all about providing opportunities for people. It's all about making Rogers McHugh as big as we can. And over the coming years, we're certainly going to be looking at acquisition to make that happen. So I really enjoyed this video, a little bit different to normal because it's more business rather than recruitment specific. So if you have enjoyed it, if you've not enjoyed it, if you've got any thoughts on it, leave it in the comments. I'm always open to ideas, suggestions, and feedback. We'll be back at the same time next week with a new video. More importantly, if you subscribe to the channel, we've had more subscribers in the last month than we've had in the previous 6 of the year so far. We're really looking at growing the channel over the next 12 months. We want to get some guests on, we want to make some interviews, we want to keep providing value to you guys, whether you're in recruitment and we can provide value at a desk level, whether you're a business owner and we can provide value at a more helicopter view level, then that's what we want to do. And please don't not subscribe because I've got the legs out, it's beautiful weather, and I'm not sitting here in jeans all day when it's 25 degrees outside. But like I say, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with a new video. See you then.